Hi, my name is Kaylen, and I'm going to show you how to make the window masks the way I've adapted the pattern. There are lots of videos that are showing up online and patterns for the different style of window masks, and this is the one I'm making. I did find this pattern online for free, so it is fine to share this. We're not impeding on anyone's property rights or anything like that. So what I did was I took the pattern and multiple videos that I watched, and I adapted it to where it was a little lower under the eyes so that it wasn't like rubbing up here, or it wasn't too low on the nose and cutting across. So I did change that in my pattern. I did extend the sides out so that there was a hem here so that you can put head elastics through it, change them to ear elastics, or you can put ties in. So that would be the difference there. Another note that I will mention is fogging. They do fog, but all you have to do is rub a dab of dishwashing soap. There are other remedies as well, but I put just a dab of dish soap. I used Dawn, and then I rubbed it off with a towel, and it doesn't fog up. Okay, so that just apply that as needed. The last note I would give is about breathability. Some people are making window masks where the vinyl is very large, and two things happen with that. One, it rests, the vinyl itself sits on the nose and the chin, and it really becomes uncomfortable wearing it that way for long periods of time. It's better if the cloth sits on the nose and the chin. The second thing is when the window's too big, you can't breathe in it. Multiple people that I've tested it with and myself, when the window is bigger, especially from top to bottom, they can't breathe in it. So keep in mind, regardless of what pattern you put a window in, that you have a good cotton to vinyl ratio so it's breathable. So this is this one. This is. And one way to keep your glasses from fogging is to set them on top. Okay? So I will show you how I start after I cut it out, and then I'll show you how to finish it up. Okay, so when you have your pattern cut out, you're going to cut it on a fold so that way when you open it up, you have a piece that looks like this. Can you see that? And you want two pieces, whether you have they match or whether you have a liner and the front. So then the second thing you're going to do after you have it all cut out is mark these two spots. So you want to, go through there and make your little dots, and that'll let you know where to cut. And then you're going to cut to the dot at the corners so that when you open it up, it looks like this, and you'll be able to iron back this window. I already did one side, and you iron back that piece, flip it over, and excuse me, and then you'll iron the front piece all the way around, and you'll have your window. So now I'll move over to the sewing machine and show you how to put this together. That's the what I do. You can adjust that for different sizes and such. So you just do 1/4 inch all the way around. Hope I have the camera lined up for you. You can make a point at that top part. This is the part that's going to be on the nose, and if you don't like it curved, you can make it more of a point there if you like. I am a novice, and this is all stuff I've learned just by watching other people. Okay, and once you're done, you're going to cut all the points off. That way you can turn this inside out, and it'll turn better for you. So you're going to cut off all the points all the way around. Okay, I won't worry about those right now. Don't worry about being neat and tidy for you. Show you. So you're taking the bulk off where your points are, and then you're going to want to clip all your turns. So you're going to clip around where there might be a point there where you're going to turn it, and any of your curves. I'm going to do some clipping. That'll help it turn better. So you do that all the way around. And if this is new to you, because you're not a regular sewer, what that does is when you turn it, you see how it allows the fabric to spread out? That way when you turn it inside out, that fabric can move, and it doesn't have so much bulk around those turns. Now, you're going to turn this inside out. And I'll show you what that looks like. Okay, and then you're going to use your fingers or the eraser pencil or whatever tool you have to make sure all your points are out and your curves so that they all lay flat, and then you're going to press it open. So I will go do that and come back and show you what this looks like pressed and open. And you'll turn your window in as well. So I will press this and be right back. Okay, I'm back after giving it a quick press. Now I'm going to top stitch right here, just the top here. I'm going to top stitch the top and the bottom, and I'm going to do it just very close to the edge, about maybe 1/8 of an inch or so. You don't have to do the top stitching, it's sort of an optional part of this. And trying to do this and watch on the camera, not perfect. So I got a little wobbly there, but you'll at least get the idea. my camera shake? All right. Okay. Next piece I do is I put in the window. Now, if you have any other, you can use this same idea with any pattern to put in the window. And I'll say it again, that cotton to vinyl ratio is really important for breathability. Some people are making this window a lot bigger, and unfortunately the people that I've tested that with, and myself included, it made it harder to breathe. So keep your ratio smaller just for that breathability. So you have a piece that you've cut out that is the size of your window, and this is just 8 gauge vinyl that I cut out a piece, and I just rounded the edges so there weren't any sharp edges. And you can make this a little bit wider or smaller to fit in this window just to make it easier to sew, but again, don't go too big or you'll have a problem there with the breathing. So you fit the window in, and this is probably the trickiest part of the pattern because it can slip out of the way very easily. So you want to make sure it's lined up on the top and the bottom. Find out where you are on the sides. And hold your fingers in place. And it's not hard to sew through this. I don't go back and forth to lock my stitches on the window because I don't want it to poke more holes in it than I need to. Okay. And you can kind of feel where with your fingers where the edge of the vinyl is. Hold it with your fingers when you turn it so that you can make sure that it's moved with you. And then I do double check because it does slip out of place. Okay. I think we're good. And you want to make sure you're catching both layers of fabric, the top and the bottom. Sometimes you can get this top over too far and then you miss the bottom. So just double check everything. Should be good. Since you're not going to go back and forth, just get that starting and ending position close together, because then you can just tie a little knot with these two pieces. You can tie a knot there to keep it just a little more secure because you don't have any lock stitches there. And do that on the front and the back and clip it. Okay, and just double check that you caught everything. Sometimes if you miss or you get too close, you just go around again or add an extra line on the top or bottom. Okay, so now your window's in there. Can you see that? Good? Okay. Now, the next part of the thing, you fold this over. I like to fold it where the edge is. You're going to do that on the top and the bottom. And you're going to top stitch across here and across here. Okay? Do that quick. I start right where I start here, but you can't go all the way from back there. Alright, so this is what you have right now. Okay, you see that? And this is where you're going to start to shape it. The second tricky part. So you turn it on the back side, okay? And you're going to take these and fold this over. And you're going to fold this back on itself. But instead of it being like this V, you want to, you might have to bend it a little, but you need to make this right here, get it good for you. You need this to be parallel. This right here is going to be parallel to your edge. So it's like this, okay? You're going to sew it here and here. And this is what's going to start to shape it, okay? And you can adjust it once you get to the point if you need to. You notice I don't use pins, and I just try not to poke as many holes in the fabric as I try not to. Okay, can you see that? So this is parallel to this. And the other thing is you want to make sure that point isn't too far over. You want it to be even with that. Okay, so you've made your first bend, and as you can see, as you can see, this is what it looks like, and on the front, this is what it looks like. Okay, and you're going to do that on all the sides, because that's how you make the shape. So again, you have it laying like this, and you fold it back over on itself where it's even as possible here, and this line is parallel to here. Turn it, make sure it's lined up. There you go. Right. Okay, so this is the top. Let's see. Again, sorry I didn't get that perfect, but that's going to go on the nose. And you do the same for the bottom. Okay, and last one. Just in case you don't have it yet, fold it back on itself, but at an angle upward so that this is parallel to this. And you haven't overextended that corner. Alright, and the last thing before we put elastic in, now I put head elastic in to go around the head and neck, but I do it this way with a hem so that it's open, and people can decide for themselves if they want to clip the head elastic and have it be ear elastics or a tie. You can do a tie in. So that's one of the reasons I do that, because it's convertible. Just screw it down. I know this is super close in. It's just the best place I could find to set the camera. Don't really have a manicure or anything. More interested in helping, right? And I do have vitiligo, yes, you can probably see it on my hands. It's not too bad right now because I haven't been in the sun, so you can't really see all my spots as much, but that's what that is. Alright, and now you just have to thread in the elastic or the ties. So I'll switch my camera angle around for you. Okay, so we finished sewing the mask, and lots of tips there. If there's anything I can help you with, just message me and I'll see what I can do, okay?